Okay, so like I said, the lava gets filtered out into a silo and gets fed into the fuel line. As you can see, we've got the product line up top, the fuel line here. We've got empty cartridge buckets that get burnt in the that get used in the furnace there. Hit this switch, you can actually open it up and see it in action, see what's currently cooking. This helps me prevent jam ups. So if something goes in either side that is neither fuel nor something that can be cooked, then I can pull it out and get the system going again. Hopefully, with my sorts, that generally doesn't tend to happen. I do have a small maintenance hatch that lets me get inside and tweak it, but I generally never need to because it's just really simple. Again, it's just another hopper filter and a couple of directions of hopper pipe. Just filters out the empty buckets one direction and the finished products another direction. Lag. Such lag. It's because the whole thing's going off right now. I sent stuff up. So, on to the post sort. This is a pretty simple stage. Again, a series of hopper filters going through here. The ones up top were the items that skipped. Any items that skipped the cooking, any items that didn't get filtered out there do make their way through here. So if I did send up things like iron ingots, which would normally come out the cook, they'll still get filtered into their respective piles, even if they were already cooked before I sent them up. Which tends to happen. Sometimes I cook my iron while I'm down there because I need tools. I can also feed items into the system from up here. I've got a couple ways to do that. So a similar hopper filter system. I've got the finished products that come out: stone, glass, clay bricks, gold ingots, iron ingots, and nether bricks. Those are the things that I have cooking in the machine at any given time. Anything that gets cooked in the machine that doesn't fit one of those, and anything that missed the first part of the post sort, that skipped the furnace completely, end up here in this bucket. Or this bucket. So that granite I sent up didn't get cooked, didn't get filtered in any of the other filters, just ends up here. Any of the stackable items and the empty buckets from the dispenser system end up here. Because with the way the third sort has to work, it has to be dumped out of a bucket and then picked up by a completely separate bucket. So I end up with, for every bucket of water or lava that gets sent up, and I rarely send up a bucket of water. Realistically, I just did it as an error check method, because what if I accidentally put water in the system? Then I'd have to go and track it down through all this junk, and yeah, be a pain in my ass. So yeah. Let's take a look at the guts real quick. Down we go. So we're looking at a couple of tunnels here. Oh my god, such lag. More hopper pipes, more dropper lifts. Over here is the second stage, plus the door lever mechanism. This is some of the second stage guts over there to the right, but that's nothing compared to the third stage sort guts over here. And I could try and point out what things are, and I will just confuse you. So I'm going to try and do a little bit of a circuit here. Yeah, I'll go this way. I can walk around. I know what each part does. I know where it goes. I know this is where the lava comes out and goes into the furnace. So that's the beginning of the silo. These things are parts of the timer system that regulate how long the machine goes and waits for the item to hit the hopper or not. This is the back of the initial dispenser that fires out the beginning. Triggers the whole thing to go off, and I just fell down a fucking hole. There's a transfer system over here that comes from the second stage into the third stage. If I go down that hole that I fell in, that takes me to the next little part. And this is the guts directly underneath the sorting system, where it detects where it is, where it places the blocks, and filters it out accordingly. So I've got all of this ridiculous shit going on under the scenes all the fucking time. It's Really stupid. Oh, going the wrong way. Up here and back here to my maintenance hatch. If you're ever doing big projects like this with redstone, I recommend a maintenance hatch. I also recommend covering it up as much as possible. Exposed redstone is just sloppy looking and vulnerable to water damage. Significant. I pose a lot of risk leaving this in case water gets spilt or something gets dumped there. It'll just destroy all of that circuitry. That's why I have all of this glass work here. This keeps any, if I accidentally spill a bucket of water or place a block, because sometimes I have it on my hotbar, it doesn't go into the underguts of my system and completely destroy it. It took me 3 days to design it in creative mode. It took me 2 weeks in survival mode to get all of the materials I needed to build this fucking facility, which I did piece by piece. I died twice, lost an entire set of diamond gear. I'm really choked about it still. It cost a lot. It took me almost a month to construct this from conception to finished product. I'm actually quite proud of it, especially since Reddit said it couldn't be done, but there it is. It's done, and it works, and I'll prove it. And yeah, I put a glass ceiling on just for shits and giggles. So that's the processing plant. What else can I show? I still got a couple minutes here. I don't want to do the elevator today, but like I won't showcase the elevator in its functioning because the not completely finished. As in functional goes from top to bottom, absolutely. I can ride this little lift all the way to the bottom and all the way to the top. No problem. What's not finished though is the secret floor. Kind of looks like crap, but it works. If I take these item frames, I have developed a combination lock system using them. And I can put them into specific positions. So that's the correct position. Right? You can switch, you can pivot the item frames around, right? No, that's not right. There we go. That sound indicates that I have about a minute and a half to enter this elevator and go down to the secret floor. I'm not going to do that right now because my game is lagging and I've got 2 minutes left on the clock on this video. Essentially, it shoves a piston out, opens a secret door that you wouldn't see otherwise. The elevator would just go past, it would just look like a regular wall. And the elevator stops prematurely halfway between here and the bottom. You can then exit the elevator, close the door, send the elevator back up or down. I can control the elevator from the top to from there, making it go all the way down or all the way up. The reason for that is that it can only stop at the secret floor if it starts at the top. So if it's at the bottom, I have to send it up and then bring it back down while triggering the open door mechanism again. Essentially, it's a super secret bunker, and the elevator can operate completely while I'm down there. I can be on that secret bunker floor, and the elevator can be used by other people up and down, up and down, up and down. And unless you put that combination in, you're not getting in. The combination lock is actually really simple. If I opened it up and showed you the guts, it'd be really complicated because I had to cram it all into a small space. But if I tile it and use a little more space, I can, it's actually really, really easy to do and pull off. So that's probably something that I'm going to pull out in a creative mode level that I've got to showcase. It's actually quite fascinating. I do a lot of my preliminary experiments there. Alright, so next part I'm going to show you the beginnings of the final project, that which I built the processing plant for. So get ready.